shop, pop, movies.
Ahoy there, this is Derek, the convicted cinephile. Yes, thank you for all of one or two of you that are probably here. Yes. But the Golden Globes just happened. That is fantastic. Did anything happen that was out of the ordinary? I don't really think it was. The only category that I had any doubts about was screenplay, and that was pretty much the only one that went to a winner that was not one of the top two things that I would have expected. Hey, Damien, how's it going? Thanks for being here. I love you. Did you pick the Oppenheimer to win? Did you get anything horribly wrong like I did? And then Holland's here, so it's officially a live stream. Yes. Uh, I'm waiting for Goldderby to like re-up the stats on the leaderboard so I can see how badly I actually did, like score-wise. But that is not on there yet. So let us just try to. I'm just going to try to find the things that won, and we can bullshit about them for a while because that's really all I'm here to do is go over what won and what should have won and all that jazz. So let me find a list of actual winners here. I hopped on here slightly prematurely. Uh, is anyone watching mad about what won or anything? You went all in on Oppenheimer? Yeah, that's the way to go. Cillian Murphy won. I didn't pick him. I went for Bradley Cooper, who is in the more Oscar baity performance, but I prefer that Cillian Murphy won. So I'm happy to be wrong on that one. All four acting winners were the four that I was hoping would win. And three of the four of them I was right about. That was the only one I was wrong. Because, like I said, I picked Bradley Cooper, who is great in Oppenheimer, but he's like the stereotypical Oscar baity role. So I'm glad they kind of went against the grain a tiny bit and went for Cillian Murphy, who is playing a real life person who wears makeup in the movie, but it is a much more subdued performance in a better movie overall. So good for that. And it's nice to see Christopher Nolan finally win something. It's like I don't think I've ever seen him win any televised award that I could think of. Like he's never won an Oscar even for like screenplay or anything like that. He was snubbed so many a time. He never won at the Globes. And even more so than that, it was awesome to finally see his wife accepting an award for something because she's been the producer on all of his movies, as far as I know. But like no one ever talks about her. It's always Christopher Nolan, Christopher Nolan. But she's always like right his right hand woman, you would say, and has always been there for all of his films and is just as important, more or less, as he is. So it's cool that she finally got her spotlight being able to accept that award for Best Picture. That was nice to see. Hello, Caprice. Yes. Night of Surprises. Was it? The biggest surprise to me, honestly, like literally the two things I got wrong that weren't Cillian Murphy were the only two things I was like mildly surprised about, which was Spider-Man losing animated film to Boy and the Heron, but Boy and the Heron was like my backup. Like if it's not Spider-Man, it's going to be Boy and the Heron, and that's what won. And it's a part one, so I wonder if that had something to do with it. Maybe they'll give it the win on part two for the finale of the trilogy or whatever. Plus, they also gave it the win for the original Into the Spider-Verse, and they were the kind of the ones that like started that train. So if it weren't for the Globes, that might have not won at the Oscars in the first place. And then screenplay was the only one I was really questioning, and Anatomy of a Fall one, which looking at the nominees, that probably would have been my fourth or fifth choice on likeliness of winning. So it is very cool that that movie won. I still need to see it. Past lives. I'm bad at seeing movies. I'm only good at talking about them and pretending I know what I'm talking about. Uh, but I still need to see Past Lives, Anatomy of a Fall, and Poor Things. I picked Killers of the Flower Moon to win that for basically no reason other than they like Martin Scorsese, and this might win this. It was just as likely as everything else. The Holdovers should have been nominated for screenplay. Had it been, it may have won. It won 2 awards. It won Best Actor in a Musical Comedy, which warmed my cockles. I love Paul Giamatti a lot. I hope he wins the Oscars. No offense to Cillian Murphy. I hope it's one of the 2, but I really want Paul Giamatti to win an Oscar because he's been at it for decades now, and he deserves it more than most people. And it would be a good combination career slash great performance win, just like Robert Downey Jr. If he wins, it'd be the perfect combination of career slash performance, and that's what I like to see at the Oscars is winners who deserve it not just for who they are and everything else they've made, but they should win for the performance they're nominated for. That's the idea in the first place, right? And a lot of the times, the career narrative takes a hold a little bit and takes away from that. So he would be a perfect combination win, I think. And Cillian Murphy, honestly, too. He's not overdue in the sense that he's a previous nominee or anything, but he also has been acting for well over 20 years now, and I've always liked him. I think the first thing I ever saw him in was 28 Days Later, and I've liked him ever since. And that was 22 years ago now, which is crazy. So I love Cillian Murphy, and he has a long-standing relationship with Christopher Nolan, as we all know. So that is cool. Hey Tim, how's it going? Yes, happy for Oppenheimer. All the things you watched this week won stuff. Yeah, Past Lives got nothing, but was it really going to win anything? I don't think it was. That's the movie where it's like the little movie that could, and the nominations in every category got were the win, and the fact that it got in for director is just like a bonus. Like I didn't think a lot of people thought that was going to happen, but it did. And it's the one sad thing about that movie is that everyone loves John Majaro in it in his supporting role, and he's been getting snubbed everywhere that matters. And he was the one that everyone thought was going to get in. So it sucks to be John Majaro, but at least your movie's getting nominated. A fish. See you there. I'm trying to click on your thing, but it's not working. Yeah, fellow Globers. Yeah. I was going to ask you, Fish, if you're still there, what you thought of Killers of the Flower Moon, because I know some of your relatives were in that movie, if I'm not mistaken. I remember you talking about that last time I talked to you. It's been a while. Hey, Hawk. I got home after all the Gold Globe hoopla. I was gonna say, how late do you get home? But then I remember you live in the past because you're in California. So yeah, it was all good. It was all good things. Glad to see you, Huck. Johnny's here. What's up, cool kids? Hey, Johnny. Love that Lily and Emma matchup at the yeah. That's who it's down to. Is it going to be the? And I mean, either one could win and it'd be great. Emma Stone is already an Oscar winner, so it's not like if she loses, she's gonna go home and cry about it too much. And Lily would be a groundbreaking win if there ever was one. But like I said, I haven't seen Poor Things, but from what I gather, Emma's performance is a lot more, a lot more. I guess that's just the way to put it. It is a lot more her performance. That's two handing drinks. I'm very casual right now. I'm just drinking water and beer, and I have a pile of snacks that I may or may not be eating anytime soon. Um, but yeah, it seems very obvious. It's going to be either of those two winning the Oscar. For actor, I still say it's a three-way race with Cooper just because he's so overdue and it's such a perfect Oscar style performance. But if not as many people are into it, into Maestro, then it's not going to win. That's just how it goes. Zach, thanks for being here, Zach. Nice to see you. Bradley Cooper snub and yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Boy and the Heron, and I'm not a huge Miyazaki person, so I'm biased. But I love me some Spider Verse, and I thought that movie was amazing. I'm just happy it got into other categories outside of just animated feature. I'm glad it's getting into score everywhere. It deserves that. In a perfect world, it should be getting into Best Picture, in my opinion, but that's probably not going to happen anymore. And Bradley Cooper, yeah, he could have won it. Have been like, yay, I was right. And Cillian Murphy won, and I was like, yay, I was wrong. That's how much I cared about either of those two winning. Would have been equally happy, pretty much. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Boy and the Heron could win at the Oscars. The Golden Globes are always the weirdest when it comes to best animated feature. They're the ones that always nominate the weirdest things that the Oscars don't, and the ones that pick the winners that the Oscars don't. Like they picked that like a movie that nobody watched with Hugh Jackman in it. I can't remember what it was. It was like the one about like Bigfoot or something. That one there, and yeah, they're weird. They picked How to Train Your Dragon when nobody else did way back in the day. So Golden Globes track record on animated feature isn't the best. But yeah, you never know. Like I said, it's going to be one of those two. I still say it's a 50-50 shot between unless Spider-Verse just dominates on nominations overall next month. You're surprised because if I was going to Barbie or all on, but yeah, I'm surprised Barbie didn't win. Well, I guess I should say I'm surprised because I didn't pick it to win anything else besides the two things it won. I got the song wrong. I picked I'm Just Ken because it seems the more fun Golden Globes you pick, but the better song won from an artistic standpoint. So, but either way, it was a Barbie song, and then it won the Barbie Award for box office achievement, which is no surprise to anybody because it's not a real award. But yeah, it was less of a Barbenheimer battle than I expected. So we'll see how it goes at the Critics' Choice Awards. Maybe they'll go a little more heavy on Barbie than they did here. I thought maybe Ryan Gosling could win here. Like he had a slim chance of winning at least, but it was Robert Downey Jr.'s to lose still. You're poor. Yeah, you were lucky. You saw Poor Things too. I'm like the last person to see Poor Things. I don't have time to go see good movies in theaters anymore. I'm either at home alone with my kid or somewhere else with my kid where I can't bring a 6-year-old to go see Poor Things. I could, but he'd be too fussy and I'd probably get yelled at by somebody. Hey, collector movie man, nice to see you here. Very happy. Yeah, glad Oppenheimer won. And others had to. Last of Us didn't win anything. Hope it wins at the Emmys. Well, Last of Us did win at the Emmys. It won because they do the lesser awards beforehand, and The Last of Us won Best Guest Actor and Actress. Nick Offerman won Best Guest Actor for Last of Us for the one episode he was in, which is awesome because Nick Offerman is fantastic. And I can't remember the actress's name, but it was that young African American girl who's like the quasi friend girlfriend of the main girl. Won guest actress for that show as well. So it won at least two things. Hopefully Pedro Pascal could win. That'd be kind of cool. It's so weird because like the Emmys are almost like 6 months late now, and it seems almost irrelevant at this point by the time they happen on next Monday. But yeah, I'm hoping Oppenheimer, even if Cillian Murphy, like I said, doesn't end up winning at the Oscars, Oppenheimer seems too big to fail. It could still easily win director, picture, supporting actor, and at least like three other technical awards, including score, which it won tonight, which was deserved. And it better win best sound and best editing. And if that's all he gets, that's fine. But if Killian wins on top of that, that's just a bonus. Oh yeah, January 12th, Killers of will be on Apple TV Plus. Yeah, I got late. I got impatient. I just bought it on Amazon, the 4K version of it or whatever. Same goes for Holdovers. Had I known Holdovers was coming out on Blu-ray in January, I would have just waited and bought it because Blu-ray.com said it wasn't coming out until July. So I was like, I'm not waiting that long. So I bought it on Amazon, and then like a week after I watched it, it's like, oh, it's coming out next week, pretty much. It's like, damn it. But at least the digital copy I have is 4K. So I'll buy the Blu-ray when it's crazy, crazy cheap for Holdovers. Holdovers is great though. I'm glad it won a couple of things tonight. The host was annoying. He wasn't annoying as much as he was pointless. He had a joke or two in the beginning that were funny, but I don't know the guy enough to give a shit. Yeah, hosts for I had never understood why people cared about hosts for award shows. It's like all they do is they do a monologue, and then they occasionally show up for the next 3 hours. It's like that's if all you do is that, you might as well just have someone funny talk for 5 minutes in the beginning and then never have them again. It's like the presenters don't even read the names off anymore because they'll read them all incorrectly. So I think that's why they have robots do it now, which is probably a good idea. So at this point, just don't even bother having a host. I think it's stupid. It's just like a tradition more than it is a necessity at this point. I hope so. I hope it's down to Giamatti and Murphy. Even though I would love Bradley Cooper to finally win an Oscar. Like I said, I was talking in our earlier on Instagram, and I was like, if Bradley Cooper gets in for acting and Best Picture and maybe director and screenplay, he's going to end up being like for 12 nominations at the Oscars, which is just sad. I feel bad for him. He should have won over Rami Malek for Best Actor for A Star Is Born because Bohemian Rhapsody is a pile of shit. Sorry, not sorry. But it's true. He was like the worst nominee that year. He ended up winning just because people like Queen. If the best excuse for Bohemian Rhapsody being good is the music is great, then go listen to your Queen CD. That's what I do. So that's pretty much the only thing people say about it that's any good. And the last 10 minutes are good because it's Live Aid and it's edited well. Yeah, Dwight Joey Randolph will be winning alongside Bobby DJ, as I call him. 20 years after Sideways. He should, yeah. The fact that he got snubbed for that is ridiculous. 2004 was an amazing year, though, because I was mad that Jim Carrey didn't get nominated for Eternal Sunshine, I remember, on top of Paul Giamatti not being nominated for Sideways. And then Clint Eastwood was nominated for Million Dollar Baby, which I love Million Dollar Baby, but that was kind of a surprise nomination. And then in hindsight, Johnny Depp getting nominated for Finding Neverland probably shouldn't have happened. It should have been Jim Carrey and Paul Giamatti being nominated over those two. But still a damn good year. They would have lost to Jamie Foxx anyways, but it would have been nice to see them both get nominated back then. Jim Carrey's egregiously overdue for an Oscar nomination, and now it's probably never going to happen. I thought I had a chance for foreign language. Yeah, yeah, past lives. I think, yeah, the Golden Globes foreign language category is always weird. They like to nominate American films that happen to be in foreign languages in that category, which seems to defeat the purpose to me. It's funny because Anatomy of a Fall won, which is mostly in English, and then Past Lives was nominated, which is American, but is in like half Korean or so. It's just funny. It's like what's going to win, the foreign film that's in English or the American film that's in Korean? And then years ago, I remember when Apocalypto came out, they nominated Apocalypto and whatever the hell that movie was that Angelina Jolie directed that nobody cares about in foreign language film. And I'm like, those are both American films from like American directors. It's like, why are they in this category? So Apocalypto, I wasn't as mad about after seeing it because that movie's fantastic. But it's just Golden Globes is weird. They just need to change it to international film, like the Oscars finally did a couple of years ago when they changed it from foreign film to international film, where it's like it's just a different country. That's all that matters. They need to change the rules to allow more than one film from each country in, because Anatomy of a Fall isn't eligible at the Oscars, and that's winning literally every international film award this year so far. So by default, Zone of Interest is probably winning, and Anatomy of a Fall is going to have to make do with its Best Picture, probably director and actress and screenplay nominations, which isn't bad. So it just kind of sucks that they're basically losing an Oscar just because France was stupid and decided to nominate a different movie. Killers, Family. Yeah, it is. It is a good movie. Killers is great. It's long. I need to rewatch it because I watched it like a couple days before Christmas, and my wife and I got the kid out of the house, and we were wrapping a shitload of Christmas presents throughout probably the first half of it or so. So during that half, I only like half paid attention to it. But regardless, it's a fantastic movie and it's gorgeous and the music's great and it looks wonderful and everyone in it's fantastic. Robert De Niro is probably the most interesting character in the movie, which that's the first time I've said that in years. What message did I skip? Are you getting ahead of myself? Oh, our number one fan Tiana's here. I got a super chat from her, so I gotta pop that up next because we love Tiana and she loves movies. So thank you, Tiana. Fantastic. I love that the Bear won lots of awards. Such a great show. Some good winners. I don't know why when I pop it up, I'll get where is it? Where's your thing? There it is. There it is. I love that. I like how it pops up on the top, like click this, but you have to scroll down 45 feet to like get to your actual comment. I love that The Bear won lots of awards. Such a great show. They had good yeah, they did have good winners. The Bear is good. That's one of like the 2 shows I've actually watched in its entirety so far. Once again, I wouldn't consider it a comedy per se, but it's funnier than May December. For those of you who have seen that and get that joke, there you go. Oh, thank you, Caprice. She joined my YouTube membership program, which is a thing, by the way. I never promote it because I feel douchey doing so, but since she did it, I'll bring it up. Thank you, Caprice. I love you too. Uh, but yes, it is available through my YouTube page, and I'm not the kind of guy who asks for like $40 a month or something. I think it's like $2.99 a month, and all it does is, give me a reason to get out of bed in the morning. That's essentially what it is. Eventually, I do hope to have like member only videos and stuff. Haven't gotten to that point yet because it's hard enough to crank out videos as fast as I can. But thank you, Caprice, very much. Hashtag number one fans. I'm not gonna scroll back up to where I was. I don't know where I was. There's the host being annoying. Paul Giamatti Murphy. Almost there. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Can't wait for the 12th. What's the 12th? What? Oh, the 12th to see Killers. You haven't seen Killers yet, Johnny? Is that what you're saying? It's good. It's good stuff. Still haven't seen Four Things Yet. Yeah, that's like the last really big one I need to see that I know will win stuff. Anatomy of a Fall will win stuff, but I'm less. This seems less important. Poor Things is the last like thing that will probably actually have a chance to win Best Picture that I haven't seen. Hunks, very glad to see RDJ, Divine, Killian, yes. Likewise, yeah. They were like I said, they picked the 4 correct winners, even though I got one of them wrong. But yeah, if those 4 go on to win the Oscar in the end, even if they don't win everything along the way, that would be my preferred scenario. Even though I'll feel bad for Bradley Cooper being like 0 for 12, like I said. After I see Poor Things of Moon, you'll be you'll be satisfied. You'll be good. You'll be good after those. Yeah, Poor Things. Yeah, I've heard nothing but amazing things. I don't think I've seen anyone not like Poor Things at all. Like I've seen no negative things about it from anybody. Killer's the worst thing you hear about it is that it's so long, but it's a damn good movie. And even though it is like 3.5 hours long, it still doesn't seem as long as The Irishman did, and I liked The Irishman a lot. So if you can sit through The Irishman and enjoy it enough, you can get through Killers and you'll like it pretty good because I think it's more interesting and it's paced better than that. Late night with Derek. Yep. After hours, like I said earlier. Everyone's saying hi to Tiana, hashtag number one fan, like I always say. The only 2 hosts I like, yeah, Tina Fey and Steve Martin. I like Ricky Gervais. So if Ricky Gervais could host the Golden Globes every year, he'd be the best. But you just know he secretly hates doing it and loves just making fun of everybody. But that's why he's the best at it. I was watching a clip of him earlier, just making fun, like years ago, just making fun of Epstein and like how he's friends with everybody in the audience. And it's more relevant now than ever, which is even better. For the Emmys, you want to know Taylor Bell and Rams? Yeah, I wonder. The Emmys are weird, yeah, because like I said, they show like half the awards ahead of time. The most important thing is Weird Al won his Emmy award for the Weird Al Yankovic story for best TV film. So Weird Al Yankovic is halfway to an EGOT. He now has a Grammy and an Emmy. Now he just needs a Tony and an Oscar. So if he could just make a play based on his life somehow, and then make a movie based on that play with original music and win both of those, he'll be set. You know who should have an EGOT? Trey Parker. Let's just put it that way. He should have won for South Park, the movie. Stupid Phil Collins. All right. Tony. Lily Gladstone was overrated. Oh, come on. She was good. Carrie Mulligan is actually fantastic in Maestro. She's better than Bradley Cooper, I would say. I like Lily Gladstone a lot. But yeah, she's great in the beginning, and then she kind of like fades away in the middle chunk of the movie because she gets ill, and you just kind of like forget she's there some of the time, which is the weak part of her performance. Not her performance, but just like her presence in the movie. And then at the end, she kind of comes back. So that's what gives Emma Stone the edge, I would imagine, because she's like the whole movie. The Bear is the best comedy 2 years. Yeah, it is, yeah. It won both years. The funny thing is I think the Emmys, at least from what I heard from people on Goldderby, were making fun of the fact that the Emmys are gonna be giving awards to the Bear season 1 because the Emmys happen so much at a different time than the movie award shows, like Golden Globes. So, like, whatever the Emmys are awarding is technically for the 1st season of The Bear, while it just won for season 2 at the Golden Globes. Yes, Caprice, welcome to the dark side. Yes, that is what we are. Once again, Huck, thanks for the cool glass that he gave me for Christmas, by the way. No one's seen it. My Krusty the Killer Clown from Outer Space glass he bought me. That's right, I'm using it. I didn't just pretend to like it. Spicy 4K actions here. Sup, Derek. Sup, Spicy. Good to see you. I appreciate y'all for being here. I always expect like 2 people to show up with you, so the fact that there's anyone here is outstanding. I'll definitely remember my that'd be nice. Hey, no pressure. I appreciate anything. If you just watch my stuff, I'm happy. But yeah, anything beyond that, my pleasure. Let's put it that way. Yeah, you better buy your mom a gift, otherwise she'll beat you. Her acting was good. Why do you hate Lily Gladstone? Gladstone, Tony. Did she like run over your dog with her car or something like that? Se- Seems personal. Succession Awards. Yeah, I need to see Succession. Now that it's done, I'll finally watch it at some point. I don't have HBO anymore. I should have started watching it because I used to have HBO Max or whatever the hell it's called now. I don't even remember anymore. Max. Yeah, and I was lazy and I didn't start it, and now it's over. Now I don't have it anymore. And there's only what 4 seasons of it. I can watch it. That's like what a week or two worth of watching, maybe if you binge it. Ricky Gervais is your favorite too? Yeah, yeah, he won tonight. That's right. I forgot he did win. I didn't even see them announce his name for the stand-up thing, and he's the one who ended up winning it, which is great. So when he gets that in the mail, I'm sure he'll throw it in the trash and take a picture of it for his Instagram because that's his joke. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, she was streaming the whole thing. Poor Things versus Oppenheimer. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting. Barbie's like a red herring of award season. They're like, what about Barbie? It's like you're really gonna give Barbie awards for best picture and stuff. It's like, no, you're not. You're just like, good job not being horrible. Also, you're well made. So here's some treats, and it'll get like costume design and maybe art direction, and worst case scenario, it'll win best song. So that's what Barbie gets. And that's really all it deserves, in my opinion. I like Barbie fine, but I wasn't like blown away by it by any means. Yeah, Trey Parker should have won for yeah. See, I'm not the only one. Yeah, yeah, she knows. She knows that Giamatti deserves it. You and me both. Drive several hours south, and I'll watch Poor Things with you. We'll go together. Slap a fin on that like button. Yes, I'm bad about asking for likes because I'm more concerned about actually talking and looking at comments. But thank you, Fish. Do his fish pun at that like button, like he joked about. Poor Things versus Oppenheimer. Yeah, like I could see Oppenheimer losing Best Picture to maybe Poor Things or Holdovers. Maybe like those are the only 2 options that seem like reasonable, but it's still gonna win director. Like it's Christopher Nolan's year regardless. Just like Power of the Dog, it was Jane Campion's year, and that's all that ended up winning it. It had 12 nominations in it, only one director because it was her year, bar none. No Oppenheimer. Oh, you're just pooping all over everyone's day, aren't you? Never give me that. It's not winning for loudness, it's winning for good loudness. It's well-designed sound. They knew what they were doing. Well, I appreciate it, thank you, yeah. I try to be nice. I'm a sarcastic prick, but I'm a nice guy. People don't see the difference half the time, though. That's their problem. Yeah, smash that like button. Thank you, sir. Yeah, The Bear's good. It's easy to watch too. It's a short show. The episodes aren't super long, so you could easily. I think I watched the first season in like. I think I watched all both seasons in like 2 weeks, so it's an easy show to get through. That's the only reason it's a comedy is because it's half an hour long and not an hour long. I think that's really the definition. They should just change it to 30 minutes or 60-minute shows instead of musical or comedy. Be very upset about when I lose the poor thing. Oh man, killers. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it seems very. I don't know why. It's like it shouldn't be this obvious already that Oppenheimer is going to be the winner this year. All right, let's see if Goldderby reset itself yet. It's been long enough. I've been blabbering on for half an hour now. Leaderboards. Are you there yet? Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. Okay, good. They updated it. Sweet. Ooh, the best scores all got one wrong, and that wasn't me. That's for damn sure. Where am I? Show mine. Where am I? Usually you can jettison down to yours. Why isn't it showing mine? I'm not on the first page. I know I didn't get one wrong. All right. It's just normally it go has like an option to be like go to yours. It's not giving me that. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna bore you trying to look at stuff on the internet. Bigger brands. Why is this an advertisement? So, riveting television here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I just don't know why it's not working. It's showing the leaderboards. And then when I click on it, it doesn't let me go to mine, which it usually does. Golden Globes for film. View it. Yes. Why isn't there a thing that I can click that says go to mine? Well, whatever. I know what I voted for. Uh, Oppenheimer Killers are both boring. Ugh, I don't think Oppenheimer's boring. Poor thing. Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy if Poor. I haven't seen Poor Things, but if Holdovers one, I wouldn't be mad. It's a great movie. Poor Things, I assume, is great from what I've heard. Were my predictions close? Yeah, I think I got. What did I get wrong? Uh, I got Cooper wrong because Killian Murphy won, which I was not at all mad about. Um, Anatomy of a Fall won screenplay, and I think I put Killers of the Flower Moon just because I didn't know what to pick. I thought literally any of the five could win, and I was right because one of the five won. So I was still technically right. Uh, I had no idea what to pick. Had Holdovers been in the category like it should have, I might have picked that to win, oddly enough, but it wasn't even nominated, which it should have been. Uh, yeah, I just didn't think they were going to do Oppenheimer or Barbie for screenplay. So I probably would have guessed Poor Things had I not gone Killers. So I still would have been wrong. And I also got animated feature wrong. So those are the three I got wrong. I think everything else I got right because I picked Spider Man over Boy and the Heron. The score I got right. The other three actors I got right. Picture director I got right. Comedy picture I did big Poor Things. I picked Emma Stone to win. Song. Oh, the song I got wrong too. But I picked I Am Ken over I'm Just Ken over the Billie Eilish one, which in hindsight is stupid. So if I think if the I'm Just Ken can't even win at the Globes, then the Billie Eilish song is winning at the Oscars, no matter what. Yeah, I need to rewatch both of these too. I need to go and buy Oppenheimer still. I'm lame, but I do have it at least digitally via Vudu, thanks to my friend who has a shared Vudu account with me. Yeah, Oppenheimer's not the most rewatchable movie in the world, but I would say it's arguably Christopher Nolan's best movie. Leagues above Poor Things, despite being 2 or 3 hours long. Yeah, yeah, it's super intense. Like it does. Oppenheimer doesn't even like the length of it at all. To me, doesn't even like hit you until the third act, and then you're like, oh shit, there's like an hour left of this because it's like it's such like an intense thing for the first 2 hours, and then the whole bomb thing happens. Which spoiler alert, not like anyone hasn't seen the movie at this point. Um, and then the whole trial third act part is the only part that like you sort of notice like, oh yeah, this movie's long, but it's still not boring or uninteresting. It's still fantastic. And if it didn't have that third act, it would just be like a cop out bullshit ending that has no real catharsis. So whatever works. But yeah, Killers is longer than it needs to be. I would agree with that. You could have probably made Killers of the Flower Moon an hour shorter, and it would have been just as impactful, and it still would have been 2.5 hours long. So it's not like cutting an hour out of it would have been much. Or things that leave. Yeah, I like that though. I just want to see my damn like predictions. Why doesn't it have the option? Now I'm just mad at this website. I was hoping to look at my things. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Share screen. All right. So yeah, normally you can share the leaderboards on Goldderby, and there'll be like a button right here that says like "Go to yours," and it'll like shoot down the list, saying how bad you did. But like the best guy was this guy here, this Thomas Dolby fella, and he got one wrong. Let's just see what he got wrong. I'm curious. It's probably screenplay because that was like the most difficult one. More things I was still on. Paul Giamatti, Divine, Down Jr., Nolan. He got Yep, he got screenplay wrong. He went Boy in the Heron. See, that was the hardest. Even I knew that was the hardest. I don't know anything, and I knew that was the hardest category of the night. It was the only one that could have gone to more than 2 things, in my opinion. So that's how it goes for the Globes. While we're here, says I got you. If you want to stick around, I did do my SAG Award nominations for yesterday. I'll just show those off quick. Nope, wrong one. Wrong one. There we go. But here's what I have predicted for the SAG nominations. Best ensemble, I got Oppenheimer, Killers, Barbie, Color Purple, and Poor Things. Poor Things has been missing a lot in ensemble awards, but it seems like it deserves it just based on the fact that it could have 3 acting nominations on its own is deserving. Holdovers could do the same. Film actress, you got Emma Stone, Gladstone, Carey Mulligan, Annette Bening, and Margot Robbie. Annette Bening, I think, could easily miss at the Oscars, but she's too loved of an actress to miss at the SAG Awards. While Margot Robbie, I think, could also miss at the Oscars because she's playing Barbie. It doesn't seem like that special of a thing. Film actor, I'm pretty damn sure it'll be these 5. Cillian Murphy, whose odds will probably go up even higher now. Bradley Cooper, Paul Giamatti, Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction, and DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon. Supporting actress Divine Joy Randolph is going to sweep the season. Like I said, Oppenheimer, you got Emily Blunt, Danielle Brooks for Color Purple, Jodie Foster for Naiad, who seems like more of a sure thing than Annette Bening, and Julianne Moore for May December, the hoot and a half of the year. May December, greatest comedy of all time. And then you got film supporting actor Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, who is apparently at even odds with him at this point, which should change after tonight, I would say. Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things, who's damn near there. He's at a 4.5 out of to 1 than a 9 to 2, technically. And Charles Melton for May December. And De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon is hella good as well. So that's what I got for those. Uh, Still vote. Yeah, I would have loved Peaches. I'm I'm not like mad because it's not like a brilliant feat of songwriting or anything like that. But I'm sad that it didn't get shortlisted for the Oscars for best song because I would have loved to have Jack Black be an Oscar nominee for that for anything, but especially that song. At least he got in for the Critics' Choice in the Golden Globes. Yeah, yeah. I like long movies too. Yeah, I don't mind long movies. I don't mind slow movies as long as they're interesting. Yeah, just like you said. Lols. And he said to me, "You got two right. Well, it's better than one, I guess." Two right for TV and Golden. Yeah, I didn't do TV. Like usually, I just a lot. I'll be honest. A lot of times when I'm just sitting at work and I'm bored, I'll just like fill out the TV ones just for shits and giggles. But I just didn't do that this year because I just been too busy. And the downtime I do have, I try to make videos and do crap like this. So that's why I'm not I didn't do the TV ones. But yeah, I got the Critics' Choice Awards next Sunday, the 14th. So I'll probably do the same thing like I did right now for that. It's just easier, honestly, than doing a whole video the next day, which I'll be honest, I'll probably still do, especially since Goldderby is screwing up on me right now. And the brain fart Screen Actors Guild Award nominations are coming out on the 10th. I will do a video reacting to those nominations once I read them as well. The Emmys, I might just do a overview thing of what won that show, just because I'll probably watch it because I like to watch award shows. Other than that, I can't wait till the Oscar nominations. Trying to think of anything else special I got coming up on my channel. Oh yeah, I got the both, I should say, Collectors Club special shows that we do every month. I'm hosting both of them this month because they are Oscar related. That's why they are on my channel. So on the 19th, which is the Friday, I believe, we're going to do our Collectors Club roundtable where we recommended a Oscar nominated film in any category to each other. We watch them and then we talk about them and say how much we liked them and give them a 1 to 5 star rating, saying how great of a recommendation / movie we thought it was. I have only watched one of my three, so I got some work to do. And then the following Sunday, the 21st, is the actual Collectors Club stream where I will be hosting that. And we do, our usual stuff. We show collectibles. We talk about Oscar nominated movies from past and present that you guys should all watch if you haven't seen. We're going to talk about actors or directors or filmmakers, whoever, who have never been nominated for an Oscar and desperately need to be or should have been if they have passed. Things like that. So we got that going on the 19th and 21st on my channel. Other than that, I'm going to close it up here in a second here. I really appreciate all you guys being here for this late, very late because I'm an old man. Uh, yeah, Collectors Club. Yeah, someone likes us. Oh yeah, join it up. It's on the 21st on Sunday. I think we're doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern time is our new regular time. We bumped it back an hour because we're all old guys and we like to go to bed on time. But I'm off on Mondays, hence why I don't mind doing this right now. So that's the gist. A fly in my room. But that's what's going on here. Trying to get back to this page here. Other than that, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. I'm, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the Globes and bullshitting with me about them. Uh, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.
Thank you.